Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Mike here at Monster Wargaming. Going to be dipping into some medieval Total War. If you watched the last video, you'll have seen me run through the tutorial for the campaign just to get me refreshed on how the game works, as I played this years ago. Used to spend an awful lot of time on the game, running the different factions, getting to know the map and how it all plays. Now hopefully I've got myself a little bit refreshed now, ready to dip into a brand new single player campaign. Now I've been thinking about exactly how I go through this. I'm going to go for easy level just to have my first go. Now I haven't played much of the Vikings. I think I did have the expansion originally when it came out, so I've got little bits and pieces which I might do a series on at another time. But I think we're going to go for the early period, and I've always, before, I tried the achieve domination by conquering all provinces, but the problem I always found was that you get a certain way in and all of a sudden you've got rebellions popping up left, right and centre, and it just makes the game, for me personally, virtually impossible. So I'm going to go attain victory through glorious achievements and see how we run from there. Now, a bit of background: the early medieval period is one of absolute faith, stunning brutality, bottomless greed, pitiless cruelty, venal treachery, rampant warfare, low politics and boundless personal ambition. Oof. Sounds absolutely delightful. The Dark Age warlords is last passing away in Europe. The successful warlords have inadvertently transferred themselves into feudal nobility and royalty, but a strong sword arm is no longer enough to carve out a petty kingdom, not if you intend to keep it and pass it on to your children. A kingdom is no longer enough when your vassals hold lands for you and serve your armies in return. More is always needed, but these are not nations. Loyalties are still personal, rather than an abstract idea of a nation. The feudal system is at heart simple. Give military service to a liege lord, and in return you can gain the income and title to land as his vassal. In turn, vassals can give away smaller parcels of land to their followers and so on. Those at the top become immensely powerful. They are knights, barons, counts, dukes, princes and monarchs. The peasants at the bottom are squeezed to supply the fighting men with the necessities and luxuries of life. Great warriors can gain land and followers and become noble through warfare, so they have their very own incentive to fight. If the king lacks enemies, they can pick their own foes. If they run out of outsiders, they can fight each other. The age of petty warlords may have come to an end, but the age of war certainly hasn't. This constant violence may be one of the reasons why the Pope will demand a crusade to the Holy Land. Perhaps it is better that outsiders suffer rather than fellow Christians. Religion is a central feature of life for nearly everyone, but even now there are places where paganism still holds sway. The Church fights against those old ways, and although the Catholic and Orthodox churches have drifted apart, they are immensely powerful. The Orthodox Church is almost an arm of government for the Byzantine Empire, supporting the Emperor and doing his bidding. The Catholic Pope, however, claims the power to make and break Catholic emperors and kings. This has already caused tension, as kings and popes have fought over points of protocol and administrative procedure. Kings want to control the church with their lands. The church claims the authority of God to decide who can be a king, and is more than willing to excommunicate those who go against him. In the face of heretics and infidels, however, church and royalty are as one. Heresy threatens the established order of things, the Muslims seem to threaten everything, and fearful people will lash out at the perceived enemies. They crusade to rescue their holy sites from unbelievers. Islam is perhaps drawing its breath as the headlong expansion, but it remains the repository of learning, chemistry and astronomy, mathematics, philosophy, theological debate, poetry, music and high art. In short, Islam is the home of civilization. From Cordoba in Spain to Cairo, Jerusalem and Baghdad, the Islamic sultans and Khalifa allow their subjects a surprising, to outsiders, freedom of worship. They encourage learning, but there is no reason to suppose that the so far irresistible march of Islam has stopped, and the Islamic princes are ready to defend what is, by right of possession, their land. In the east, the Seljuk Turks have ambitions to rule even more of the world. In the Byzantine Empire plots and counterplots, treachery and assassinations go on as they have done for 5 centuries and more. The winner of these internecine struggles sits upon the throne. The losers are blinded, castrated, exiled, or, in the case of the lucky ones, killed outright. Byzantine have become a word for dark and complex intrigue, and with good reason. In Constantinople, the emperors have their own motives of wanting aid from the Knights of the West, motives that are little to do with rescuing holy places, and more to do with defending their own lands and power from the threat of more vigorous people. Wow, that seems really, really brutal. There's going to be lots of different opportunities for different ways forward. So let's jump in. Now this is the bit. Now we're going to have to decide who we're going to be. There's a good number of different people to start with. I think I'm going to go with the English. It seems the obvious choice for me, being an Englishman. That's not to say I won't have fun running through other nationalities as we go through. I always seem to remember people like the Almohads, who have actually got a lot of fun in that North Africa area. But let's go here for now. So, start units. 5 archers, 5 peasants, 2 hoblars, royal knights 1, emissaries 1, and 2 princesses. Faction difficulty rating moderate. Playing the English in this period is no harder or easier than the difficulty levels set for the campaign. The English start with the advantage of a good strategic position. If the British Isles can be conquered, there are few direct threats to English security, but expansion is continually hampered by the presence of the French, an enemy both rich and powerful. English armies have no special advantages, but can eventually include 2 exclusively troop types, longbow and billmen. Although not immediately available, longbowmen, and particularly longbowmen trained in Wales, are war-winning units. Billmen are less dramatic, although the ability to field a kind of halberdier earlier than other factions should not be undervalued. By 1807, England is, for the most part, firmly in the control of its Norman overlords. The king, his courtiers, and the great lords are all French-speaking Normans, and most hold lands on both sides of the English Channel. England is only one part of a larger Norman domain, but is increasingly wealthy due to the wool trade. The king's holdings in France, it has to be said, are far more valuable than his English provinces. This basic position on both a defensible island and on the continent brings opportunities and problems for an English king. The kingdom is sprawling and not always easy to defend at every point. There are also political considerations. Thanks to the ancient oaths of fealty, the English king is nominally a vassal of the French king. This status is ignored by kings as a matter of course, but is a bone of contention with France. The English ambition to gain land and power at the expense of French is another issue for the 2 nations' intertwined histories. The English kings are, of course, Catholic, but they are not above struggles with Rome over who controls the church in England, a struggle that has still to be played out to a large conclusion. That said, the kings of England are largely pious and God-fearing. With holdings in France, an attack there could look tempting, but any English ruler who doesn't keep an eye on Scotland at the same time is asking for trouble. Scotland, Wales and Ireland can be subdued first, but it is likely to be at a high cost in blood and treasure. In turn, this risks an attack by France, and once conquered, new lands will need to be firmly occupied. All that said, the English have Norman vigour and a growing sense of national identity to bind them together under a strong war leader. They have the potential to flower into a great Western Empire, which we all know eventually happened. So, King William II, let's start off with you and roll on from here. Take this little bit of load. Okay, what have we got? So we have Anjou over here, Normandy, we've got possession of Wessex. Oh, there's another one down here. Aquitaine. What are these little bad boys? Title of office. We can give a title to somebody or other. We've got the place in Northumbria, place in Mercia, and this rather impressive land of Wessex. Now I can see the Scots up here, and the Welsh seem to have pretty solid looking armies. Can't see what's in them at this moment in time. Now the French king sits here, And Ile-de-France does not look as well defended as Brittany. I guess he figures that the first way for anyone to go is from into Brittany. Now, that would be very tempting had I a strong enough army, but I think he's going to come at me because he's got no way of moving through the Bay of Biscay or the English Channel to go to another one of his provinces. He'd have to come through to Flanders, but there's no ships there at the moment, which is, as far as I remember, the only way to move forward. So let's roll down a bit closer into some of these areas. Now Aquitaine at least already has its own fort, so that's going to be pretty useful. Now, do I just chuck that straight on there? There we go. And he is now Lord Howard, Duke of Aquitaine. He's quite a scary chap by the look of it, and relatively pious, which is pretty handy in this day and age. Now, what can we build in here? We'd have some more hoblars, and we've got some peasants. Now, I think we're going to chuck in some peasants because we're going to need to bulk out this army that he's got there. A couple of years worth of peasants and then some hoblars. Now, what does that want me to do? He wants a crusade, does he? Well, I don't think we're going to be launching a crusade right now. Launch a crusade to Holy Antioch. There's no way in heck that we're going to be doing that. There's nothing that we have in the way of sufficient construction. So we're currently running some ways to build some basic troops. Now, what does he say? Improved farmland. That's pretty good. Glad that's churning out some extra bits there and then. Now, there's a horse breeder. Trading post takes 2 years. Anything take 1 year. We've already got one of those, don't need that. But it's an upgrade. What does a watchtower give me? It's a whole network. They keep an eye on military activity. Giving me information like a spy does. Brilliant. Okay. A royal palace. Prerequisite of chancery, admiralty, royal court. Alone. I don't need any emissaries right now. Allows town guard, town militia, county militia. I think we should chuck a town watch into construction because that definitely expands the ability to build and control from here. Now in Anjou we are 4 years to build a fort. That's a lot of time, but it's definitely required. Now let's give that title to him. Goodness gracious me. There we go. What's in this army? Again, more hoblars, peasants and archers. This one is just peasants. He definitely needs some reinforcing. And we're going to pop... Let's pop a fort in here. Hopefully this all works out for the best. Now, we have some archers and we have some spearments. Let's all put them into the army, so at least they're out and mobile. Now we have an emissary there. Oh, let's have a look who we are friends with. We are allied with no one, and we are at war with no one. I mean, that's, I suppose, quite a handy place to be. No one being at war with anyone. I think they're gonna go out, have some scouting around. Mr. Emissary, can you get across into anywhere yet? You can go across to Flanders. Excellent. Let's send a princess around as well. Keep one in reserve, maybe. You build me some troopers. Ooh, militia. Let's go for some militia. Now, what buildings do we have? I can build more archers. I can build more of those, but I'm going to improve the farmland. I think it's going to be essential to keep that money coming in, keep everyone fed, keep everyone happy. Now, who's in here now? We've got some peasants and some bowmen. Now, obviously, should go for this to at least construct some more. Actually, I'm going to improve the intake. What does an inn do? Attracts mercenaries to the province. Oh, mercenaries could be really helpful. Let's go for that then, shall we? Now, Northumbria. What's in your army? Not a great deal. I think we're going to build a fort as a bit of a bulwark against the Scots. I think that's probably going to be enough for this turn. There's not a lot else I can do. I can't imagine the Aragonese are going to go for Aquitaine, but you never know, they might. The Britonians are probably the most dangerous at this moment in time, trying to link up their own lands, but let's have a whiz and see what happens. Running through all of the people's turns. They've reinforced to the north. I've got a son. Going to be mature in 16 years. Well, you say mature, he's going to be old enough. Okay, we have some more troops and he's halfway through building there. No more there. Mr. Emissary, you can go to Lorraine. Oh no, that's the princess. You come to France, Ile-de-France. What is that? If that's a title, what's that? Office, Lord Great Chamberlain. The Earl of Wessex. I think we might hold off in giving people that title, as impressive as it is. Let's move through. Just constantly build some more guys, I think. And yeah, let's go there. Hope that the French are still going to ignore us. Oh, a bit more switching around in the French. Completed farmland, completed inns, and completed the town watch. Excellent. Oh, these guys are looking pretty good already. It's an impressive little go over there. Let's pop them up into there. Still 2 years until we've got something else going on. Let's still hold back from there. Oh, you can now build more soldiers. Let's chuck some peasants up there. They're going to build more people anyway. Oh, possible upgrade spearmakers. Alone enables the training of spearmen. Now my finances are seemingly okay right now. What does the salt mine do? Increases florins. I think the most sensible way forward is to build the spearmaker, so we can continue the production of troops. What's that one? Ah, we need to move my princess. Mr. Emissary, where did you go? Oh, you're in France. Oh no, that's the princess. Let's look at the... Oh no, that's my military. Subterfuge. Economy. Oh look, we've got some more coming through there. Right, I have those... I thought there was a view where you could see who was strong. Bribery. No, I don't want to bribe them. However, that's not a bad option for that army in northern France. Take Flanders by bribery. I wonder if I can bribe the rebels, actually. Let's get another emissary going on. Do you wish to request this princess marries into my faction? Yes. What happens now? Okay, that's what he's doing. Sammy is currently... yes. But... we... no, I don't want to pry. Let's see what happens there. Right, I've done everything, haven't I? They're building, that's still building, that's still building. As is there. Oh! So, what happens here? Oh, because I can't build any units, I can't hire anyone. Okay, let's run the next year then. Flanders has been reinforced. Lots of embassies and things. The German considered to be the strongest military might. The numbers, well, we definitely want to be associated with them. In recognition of 4,000 florins, thank you, the Pope. Your monarch's son has come of age and is ready to serve. Excellent. Thank you, Prince William. I like to see it when we have someone come out. So, place of honour in the possession of Paris Cathedral. Aha! The King of France said that he wishes an offer of alliance and suggests our forces might work better together. Yes. Okay. I was trying to resist doing that, just simply on the grounds of it might weaken my position going for North Brittany, but right now I need to be more concerned with coming across and keeping things going. Region Burgundy, where are you going? Right, I'm confused as to what he's doing. It looks like he's still trying to persuade the king over there. I'd like to take them by military power, to be honest. Come down this way, love. Why does he not want to go in there? Aha, now we can have some urban militia. Brilliant. It's going to strengthen them quite nicely. What shall we build here now? What do you do? Generate income. That's pretty good. I like the idea of an inn though. Don't we all? Who doesn't like a nice inn? Let's pop you up there. What's he got? Come on then, princess. Let's go roaming. Okay, right. You, Mr. King, can stay in there, and we're going to roll some troops up north so we can start taking Wales and Northumbria. Now that's going to finish building, and it looks like we're going to be in a stronger position. Princess has moved. Embassy is still busy, and we've moved those two. Okay, let's end the year. Okay, who's done what? Emissaries flying all over the place. Aha, here come all the forts. And child. Goodness gracious me, these people are fantastic. Summary of your vice and virtues. Oh, Lord Dispenser has secret adultery. However, he is famously brave. Now that's definitely what you want. Goodness, he's taken a long time to sort that marriage out. Okay, emissary, here's that. So I've got to be going for the king now. You're scouting out with some princesses. Right, let's do this region by region. You build me some doo-doos. Produces mantle sergeants. Let's not go too far with him straight away. Let's make more constructions there. Let's have some hoblars. Now you can train some peasants, and we shall have more military credentials coming in there. You can have more peasants. We'll do the same for you. Okay, that army is suddenly looking a lot more impressive. I thought we'd built a fort, but that will have to happen now. Okay, you can also build peasants now. This is looking pretty spectacular. No one is around in there. Seriously, mate, would you get your job on? Let's move him into there. Cancel that. Don't know who they are. Let's propose an alliance. Keeps everything looking tidy. And I think that's where we are for this turn. Lots and lots of running around, little bits and pieces. At least we've been allies with the French now. Oh, that's rude. At least I've got 1,000 more florins from the... oh my goodness. Another prince. Byzantine Empire sent you an emissary. Go for it. King of Hungary. Go for it. An emissary from the Holy Roman Emperor brings a proposal of marriage between our princess and their royal line. Yes, definitely need that. Prince Alfred. His habit of killing staff members who prove him wrong is now widely known, and so he finds it impossible to get anyone to serve him. However, his legendary pride does make him formidable in combat. -2 command, -2 acumen, but +3 valour. I mean, you can't argue with a bit of extra valour, but... Right, princess, I can't marry you off to the... Propose an alliance. Yes. Go for it, princessy. Ah, can I not do that with them? Let's keep moving this way. Oh, King Sancho of the Aragonese. No, I don't. Still getting a bit confused as to what's going on there. However, have some more of you guys. Let's get some more peasants. Can't have too many peasants. There, make you look all nice and strong. You in there. They're looking pretty reasonable right now. Have some more peasants. Gonna have to rebuild the burger then, I guess. Oh, hire mercenaries. There we go. They are Faris, and in Arabic the word Faris means horseman. As most as do most of the Christian nations and knights, such as Chevalier and Ritter. The Faris are professional cavalry where armed with bows, good attack, strong charge. Hobilars. Let's just have both of them, shall we? And just another unit of them. Excellent. Right, where are you based solely at the moment? Right, you've gone north. Who was that? Prince Alfred. Well, look at, I mean, he is age 16 and yet has a fantastic moustache. Duchy's pride. With an irresistible charge. Do some knights. That's what you are, aren't you? No, you can't go any further north. Let's bring the peasants out. Bring them down there. You can go up there. Right. Let's hire some dudes. Train some more dudes. Right, where are you going, young man? Young man. Go to Franconia. Are you still stalking someone? Mission spying. Oh, Ralph Cromwell. That's a bit of a dubious sounding name. We all know about the Cromwells. I mean, that's a pretty solid looking force there. Probably a little bit too many knighty hobilars, but for now, that'll prove pretty good for me. Lots of chopping and changing of little units here by the Holy Roman Empire. Town Watch, excellent. Town Watch, Salt Mine, Town Watch. I am able to inform you that the Aragonese have accepted your offer of an alliance. Who are your mutual enemies so that we can attack them? King William II has +10 happiness. Excellent. We all want a bit of extra happiness. Let's propose an alliance with the Venetians, I guess? Is that who you are? Oh, I mean, he's going that way anyway. Excellent. Right. Winner, winner. Chicken for dinner. That is not a particularly good looking army. There are way too many peasants in that army for them to be particularly tactical useful. So I think we need some bowmen in a couple of years' time. We've got some peasants popped out of there. There's quite a few peasants there as well. Again, we want some bowmen. The French hate some bowmen. Right. You are already on the from Alim. So I can't select them because she's already busy. Trying to think who else runs down this way. Let's go to Naples and find out. No, I lost where my emissary is. Ah, he's here. Already an ally. Hello, Mr. Priest. Let's carry on north with him. You are needing some more dudes. I mean, archers would be fantastic, but yeah, To continue the military strengthening of that area, I'm going for some archers now. Any different mercenary? Bulgarian brigands? I'm not even... I don't think I hired those people last time. That's what the problem was. Really could do with that thing being put together. Right, you're going north. My army. Right, you're going into there. And you two are going to hold here. Oh, we can hire mercenaries. Mangonels! Let's pick up all of those guys and go north with you. Right, now who came from that way anyway? Okay, what can you build this time around? Let's make some food. Get some food going on. Everyone's happy when there's more food around. Lord Mowbray. Right, is everywhere building and expanding. Valencia. Nope. Right, so I've got an emissary there. I've got an emissary there. And I lost one to marriage. Okay, let us run that from there, shall we? A few more shuffling around. Those forces in Flanders are looking a little bit offensive. Ah, that's okay, they swim in a tad. Oh, King of Aragon's going off. Although they have just taken... They've gone to Navarre, and I think they must have just bounced there. Spanish king has sent an emissary, an offer of alliance. I've got absolutely no reason to not. Oh, plus 10 happiness, plus 1 morale. Excellent. That is outstanding. Who are you? Princess Sophia. I mean, you currently look like... No, because you're not of noble birth. Actually, you probably are. Let's carry on going this way. He's going very rapidly. Okay. Right then, princess. It's already been assigned a mission. Well, you're not going to get on very well going on your mission there, are you, love? Right, who are these grey dudes? Well, I don't know who she is. Princess Flora. Go to Franconia. Right, let's sort out what's going up here in the north. I think we're going to attack Scotland. We've got a seemingly significant number of troops there. Northumbria doesn't need to be reinforced in any way. Nearly got my fort. Bowmen, let's have some bowmen coming out. Right. What else do we need? Let's boost the grain production. This is looking solid area up here. You can be whatever that was. Spearman. Excellent. That's exactly what this army needs. Actually, they need bowmen, which will be next year. Okay, that looks like everything. Let's run again. Oh, the Spanish have gone for a thing. I'm going to automatically resolve the attack. Men lost 266. You now control the province, but may need to maintain a garrison to local authority. You've captured a number of their rebels. One noble captured. Get rid of them all. Wow, production everywhere. Excellent. King of Poland has accepted an emissary. Yes. And you? And another child. Weak princess. That's not good. Can I not just execute him? Governor of Malta. I mean, that's impressive, but no good to me. Milan, she's gone there. Going across right out here now. Okay, oh, look at that. 4-star general. Outstanding. Let's get some bowmen coming out. Get some grain production going on. They could do with some archers and whatnot. There we go. Some more grain production, make everyone happy and well fed. Right, what have you got in your army? Some peasants, spearmen, hobblars. You can make more of those. Whereas they can't in Anjou. Okie dokie. Trading post. Let's build some watchtowers. And seeing all along the watchtower. I guess one of you will want to be King of Scotland, will you? I'm going to need a boat there, aren't I? He says, building a fort and not a boat. It's quite clearly the way that things are going to roll this time. Some more urban militia. More of which is going to come out here. You can build some peasants now. And basic troops. I should probably send the king to kill off Wales, but let's wait here. He's looking ready for some action. So I've got one there, one there, one there, and the F. Oh, we are running out of money pretty quickly. Right. Oh, no one has some dedicated people. Pauper Knight has raised the peasantry. The French must go on a crusade. The poor loves. Oh, we're getting married. Go for it. Go forth and multiply. But not you, because we are failed. I say let's stop troop building at the moment. Halt production of everything. Just for a turn, just try and get the... actually you can stay, because I need the archers in Anjou. Go from there. We're going to go into debt, aren't we? You've gained the trait. Terrible financial burden. King Adam of Sicilia. Oh, that's who I was looking at and forgot to mention. Oh, +1 marrow, -1 dread. Right, let's carry on moving people up this way. Oh, you can't, because you're the troops from the existing region. These are only 80. Don't need them, do we? Don't need you either. Get rid of some of these guys. This band, you're not very loyal. You are, though. Have a bit of a switcheroo. Oh, I forgot to move my other emissary again. 2 years in a row. How very foolish of me. Germans are strongest. Well, that's good for them. The Italian Duke, yes, of course. I thought we already did. We are at a little bit of a stalemate when it comes to money. Annual income 52 florins. Anything that provides me an income right now is going to be handy. Even if it is salt mines. Zero chance of rebellion. Well, I mean, if there's 0 chance. I'd entirely forgotten that you can increase taxation. That is brilliant. Right, let's get ourselves into a spot. Wait, she can go to Constantinople? Blimey. Where can you get to? Been to Egypt. Excellent. What's here? Okay. Now, I'm going to end the year. Lots of little chopping and changings. Very much enjoying watching those happen. Completed my port in Scotland. Excellent. Right. And we're going to end there, I think. We've had a very successful start, I think. We've built up some very solid forces across the game. I'm going to be able to go into Wales by the look of it over the next turn. So let's save the game up to 1099. And we're going to end there. So thank you for watching and catch you on the next video. Take care and stay safe.